This feels like a confession. Guys, I haven't written in a whole week. Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about taking breaks from writing. Either for mental health purposes or refilling your creative well or some other reason, I want to talk about the pros and cons of taking breaks. I myself took one recently, and I'm positive that that's why I'm thinking about this. Since I got home from my super mega solar road trip to now, so a whole week's worth of time, I haven't written anything that I'm supposed to write. Supposed to. Nothing in Project Blue, nothing in Project White, nothing in my Princess Bride Meets Scooby-Doo story, and nothing in my new adult romance series. Nada. Zip. Zilch. A big fat zero. Isn't as big as I would like it to be. Nothing, okay? And it has felt so good. It was just so necessary for me. I felt like I was on a vacation or like a staycation or something. Like, I unpacked most of my stuff from my trip. I am staring out at some stuff that's definitely not unpacked, but it's fine. We'll pretend it is. I caught up on some movies, I caught up with family, I started my own business, so more on that to come in the future. And I also finally got around to reading. I read 2 books, you guys, and it is, oh, just, gosh, I don't know that I'm ever happier than when I'm reading. And it has been great for all of those reasons, and I absolutely recommend people take a break. But today's video is about the pros and the cons, and I do definitely think that there are some cons to taking a kind of prolonged break from writing. And I've definitely experienced those just in this 1 week, so let's get into some cons. First one up, the guilt. Now, I'm not someone by nature who feels particularly guilty about things or has a guilty conscience or anything like that. I kind of do what I like to do, and I feel good about it. But that not writing guilt though, because you feel like you should be writing. You're a writer, so you write. So why are you taking a break from that? Or the guilt of seeing your other writing friends still writing, and it kind of just makes it a little bit of a touchy subject, especially because we all work at our own paces, but when you're not working purposely, it's magnified. And secondly, the guilt isn't just to yourself and the thinking that you should be writing, but also to your stories that you're not writing. Like, they deserve to be written, so you not writing them feels like you're cheating them somehow, which is weird because, you know, it's all in your head, but the third con is losing momentum. When you're writing each day or according to your own personal schedule, you get in the zone. It becomes rhythmic. It's just something that you do, and when you get out of that, I've found that it's really hard to get back into it. So that it's not just, in my example, the week that you purposely took off from writing, but then like the additional week or 2 weeks to just get yourself back into the schedule that you were used to. And number 4 is that because you took that week and then the additional couple weeks, forgetting just exactly how you wanted to write that next scene. Mine just disappears from my mind. I will never get that idea back. Hopefully it wasn't my best one. It wasn't, but you know, what if it could have been? And the 5th and final con that I want to talk about, and the one that has affected me most over the course of my kind of writing history, if you will, is the fear that taking one break is going to turn into taking multiple breaks, and that this 1 week long break becomes just, you know, months and then years potentially of not writing. And also the fear of not knowing if you're just at some point making excuses for yourself or kind of just becoming lazy, because it's easier not to do something. It's always easier not to do something. It's not better, but it is easier. And I think sometimes when you take breaks for a very specific reason, and a good reason at that, sometimes they drag out and that point gets passed by. That's something that I've struggled with the most. I've definitely fallen down the hole of something starting as necessary for me and devolving into me just being too lazy and sitting on the couch and binge watching Vampire Diaries, which was definitely not this past week. One thing that I did find while I was taking the self-implemented break, and not necessarily a con, but not necessarily a pro either, was that I actually couldn't stay away from writing. I was taking a break from my current stories, the things that in my mind have turned into work in some capacity or another, because that's the other thing kind of struggling, and maybe this is an entirely different discussion, but struggling as kind of a professional writer and shifting it from I need a break from work versus I need a break from writing. So for me in this instance, it was kind of reassuring that I had to turn back to writing. I wanted to write, I needed to write, and it wasn't in any of the stories that I consider to be work, but it was just I mean, I love writing. It's a passion and an outlet for me and nothing that I ever spend substantial time away from, but that did kind of help illuminate that I think I need to tamper my expectations on the business side of things. All of that being said, I'm a huge advocate for writing breaks or work breaks or any kind of mental health break that you need. And for me, the pros vastly outweigh the cons, especially as I've gotten better about being honest with myself about when I need a break versus when I'm just being lazy. So please comment down below and let me know when the last time you took a break from writing was, if you've ever spent substantial time away from writing, and also if you think that sometimes you put too much weight or expectations on yourself in regards to your writing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get back to writing and actually keep this break to a week, and I will see y'all very soon with the new video. Bye! All of that being said, I'm a huge advocate, like, why must you betray me? That you just shouldn't be right now, but also shouldn't you be? That was not the best way to phrase that. All of those reasons and So please comment down below and let me know when your last writing a break.